Okay, so there are a few variations for the burpee. Okay, it's jump out, jump in, jump out, step in, and then the step out, step in. All right. So the three variations of the pull-ups is the jump into the strict pull-up, burpee into the jump half kip pull-up, and then burpee into the full kip swing pull-up. All right, 23.2 is an AMRAP 15 of burpee pull-ups and shuttle runs. Increasing reps of the burpee pull-ups, and then shuttle runs stay at 10 reps. Remember that one full shuttle run rep is 15 meters, which is 7.5 meters down and then 7.5 meters back the other way. All right, so make sure you know that it's not just 5 lengths, it's 10 total, 10 laps. All right, after that, you're gonna go into a 5-minute AMRAP of a max thruster. So you're gonna find a heaviest weight that you can do starting from the floor and then into a full press overhead. Make sure again, no push jerks are allowed. So you must go from the squat to the press in one movement with your legs straight with your arms overhead as well. Okay. For the scaled, it's gonna be burpee to target. So as long as for the burpee to target and the burpee pull-ups, as long as both hands, arms are straight, thumbs are touching overhead, and as long as you're standing and you can't touch the bar, that's a good bar to use. Okay, so no 6 inches or anything, as long as you can't touch the bar overhead. Okay, so that's the workout. So the total time is gonna be a 20-minute kind of workout for you. All right, I guess going into the warm-up, we'll start with Coach Allen with his warm-up. What he thinks.
For this workout, I started with some anaerobic warm-up. I do the bike, rowing, just get your hurry up and get a bit sweaty. So for the shuttle run, I know it takes a lot on my lower back. So I warm up my lower back as well. So make sure you have open up your hips, your ankles, and I did some Romania single leg deadlift, and also I did some lightweight kettlebell deadlift. Just make sure that your back is have a nice warm up.
Yeah. For me, I think the most important thing is you know how many steps you take for your shuttle run reps. Okay, so when you're doing your warm-up, it's very important to count your steps, not at a very fast pace, it's at a normal pace. So you don't want to go extra big steps just because you're warming up. You want to kind of simulate how many steps you're going to do in the workout when you're tired, which is going to be maybe small choppy steps, and also practice your turnaround, which is very important. You want to make sure every time you turn around and touch the line, it's pretty much the same, so you're not changing it up every single time you're going down and touch the line. It will change a little bit in the workout, as it did for myself, because my lower back just started to blow up a lot. So I kind of played around with it to make sure my back doesn't kind of blow up even more. But again, make sure that when you warm up, you do practice how many steps it takes, and also your turnaround. All right, and then going into the thruster warm up.
Just make up the turnaround. I think as Wes mentioned, there's a lot of variation for the turnaround. So make sure that you have practice. You have practice at your warm up time. So make sure that the turnaround doesn't consume your lower back, because me and Wes both feel the lower back start to burn at like 5 minutes in a workout. So I feel when I feel my lower back start to feel sore, I change my position from the bending, like a deadlift, into the squatting. So try to just keep my back straight and save some lower back.
Okay. For the thrusters, I would warm up to about the second last weight that you would want to hit, so that you're confident with it and you know that you will hit it. So I would say that would be anywhere from, I would say, up to 80-85%, and then you want to give yourself maybe another rep or two after that during the workout. But I would say don't go heavier than, I say, 85-90% in your warm-up. If your 1 max isn't as heavy, I think you could maybe squeeze in another rep or two. But again, make sure you practice the weights that are a little bit heavier in your warm-up. So I guess going into while you're in your workout, so we have, I guess, 3 different perspectives. We brought in Coco here to give a lady's perspective as well. So I guess maybe we'll go with Alan first. You'll go with your how you pace the workout and how it went for you.
I think for the pace, this workout, burpee and running, I would say smooth is the fast. So I would say at the beginning, you don't want to rush out for your running, because that 10 shuttle run doesn't make you win here. You should able to keep the same pace through the entire workout, especially for the burpee pull-up is increasing reps. So when I doing the burpee pull-ups, I do the jump straight into pull-ups. For me, I think this one is more efficient than I do jump, keeping, and pull-ups, because I've been practicing on this way. But after workout over halfway, I feel my heart rate is pumping up. So I try to take a break when I jump, and then jump into the bar, do the pull-ups. So I jump in, break, and jump into the bar, do a pull-ups.
I think to clarify that is when Coach Alan does his burpee, so he would jump out, jump in, stand up, and then a quick break before he jumps up to the bar. So his quick break would be from the burpee transitioning to the jump into the bar. So Coach Alan did strict jumping pull-ups the whole time, and that worked for him. And I think he also jumped out and jumped in with both feet. So for myself, I stepped out and then stepped in for all my burpees. But when I jumped up to the bar, I did kind of a half kip. So when I jumped up, I would bring my knees up and then pull. That's a little bit of variation, but you have to also practice that. If you jump up and you bring your knees up, and if you're not right underneath the bar, you might kind of get swung forward a little bit. So make sure, again, you practice your step out or jump out and then coming back into the pull-up. Yeah, and I think for me, where it started to really get difficult was the set of 20s. By the end of the 20s, I don't know if it was for you guys, but yeah, that's where it started to hurt. And just after that, it's just you need to go rep by rep and just kind of grind through it. All right, so and then Coco, and her way, I think she just jumped up and did a full kipping pull-up. So I guess you could go over that.
Yeah, so I did a jump up and then I do a full kipping pull-up. So because my strength of my upper body is not as strong as Alan or Wes, so I choose the kipping method to make use of the momentum when I jump up. So I do the kip swing and then I pull up. So which is easier for the girls like me who lack of upper body strength. And for the burpee, I also do step in, step out so that the momentum is bigger than usual. And then you just jump and then you can straight into the hollow position and then you pull. So for me, I think after 20 reps is getting difficult because your upper body is starting to get really tired, because although you do the kipping pull-up, but your pulling strength is not as good as others. So you will feel tired on your forearms and bicep. And at that time, I was just to slow down myself. And like Alan said, we try to do the burpee and then we come up, we rest a bit, and then we jump up the bar again. So.
Okay. Good. And then I guess going into the thrusters. So I know you did many attempts. So you started at, I would say, a weight that you would say is super easy and doable for you.
Yeah.
And after you just kept on going. I think how many attempts did you do? 6, 7?
7.
Yeah, 7 attempts. I think I think that might have been too many. I think she was a bit too conservative. So that's something that might affect you as well, being too conservative in the beginning, and then you do too many attempts. I think she could have started at least like 20 pounds heavier than what she started at, and then at least got a few more heavier attempts. So for myself and Alan, we both did 4 attempts. I would say my jumps was what I wanted to be, but at the end I didn't get my last weight, but which is totally normal. If I went back and I could have went a little bit more conservative, instead of a 20-pound jump, I might have went with another just a 10-pound jump, and I probably would have hit that. So that's something to think about as well. You want to make sure that you are able to hit all 4 attempts, rather than kind of make a big jump and then miss that, and then your scoring on the leaderboard is probably going to be much lower than it would have been if you hit that smaller jump. And then Coach Alan hit all his attempts.
I think for our FM members, so if you have done that 1 rep max cluster in our class workout, so you have a reference. See what's the percentage you to start. I would say start around the 70 to 75 is a safe for your first attempt. For people that you never test out your 1 rep max cluster or thrusters, I would say you can use your push press as a reference. Maybe start the numbers about your 70-75% of your 1 rep max push press to see how you feel at the warm-ups. And also you can adjust the weights at the workout. So for example, I start the first set 235. I was thinking second one was jump to the 255, but I was a little bit protective, so I ate 10 pounds. So it depends on how you feel, because after you've done that 15 minutes workout, your heart rate was really high, and legs, you probably feel your legs is like burnout. So I take 90 seconds. I take the next 90-second rest, change my shoes, and chalk my hands. So just take your time here. 3 to 4 attempts, I think it's good enough. Yeah.
I think something that Coach Alan just mentioned was the shoes. So I would say if you have experience using running shoes, I would recommend using running shoes, because it will help with your shuttle runs and also going up and down from the bar. So usually for me, if I use regular flat bottom shoes, my arches will get really sore. I use running shoes today, and it helped with my feet, so they were a lot comfortable. And then I changed to my usual shoes for lifting. I would say my balance was a little bit off. But if you're used to it, then you might not have that problem. Alan, I think, changed to lifting shoes after.
Yes.
I think Coco Lift changed to lifting shoes as well.
Yes.
So yeah, use something that is more stable for lifting when you're doing the thrusters. That's very important. But I would say, even if you're not comfortable, just use regular shoes that you used to work out in. Don't change it right away just because we say it.
Yes.
Yeah. If you're not used to running in running shoes, we wouldn't recommend it. But it's just an option for you. So that's it. So get ready for a 20-minute workout tomorrow and Sunday. Do you have anything into recap?
All right, have a good workout.
Yeah. Have a good workout, guys. See you guys.
See you.